Okay.
Hauser Lang is representing Erica Sharp. She has 2 cases.
Ben Bressler.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Just a moment. Let me pull up your case. Sir, the city attorney says in your case, upon a plea of guilty to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, the balance of your case would be dismissed. Here, that would be a speeding charge. He indicates he feels a level 1 traffic school would make a difference. Is that your understanding?
Yes, sir.
You are not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today?
Yes, sir.
And has anyone promised you anything other than what we've just spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter this plea?
No, sir.
You are appearing electronically by Zoom. Do you consent to proceed in this manner?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then as to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, sir, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, sir.
I will accept that plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary. Anything you want to tell me about this?
No, sir.
It's way too fast. We're having a lot of people that are getting hurt because of speed cases, so please slow it down. I am ordering the level 1 traffic school. Your fine is $120. There's a 30% surcharge, $20, court cost $9 fuel service charge for a total of $185 plus the class. Sir, we'll send you an email how to take care of this. And then please slow it down.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. You can
Thank you,
log
sir.
off.
All right, sir.
Okay, just a moment. We'll be with you. Mr. Bressler, you can go ahead and hang up. Thank you.
Like a wasp. Yeah, we have the hearing impaired interpreter.
Thank you. We are calling Lavina Ness.
Back in about an hour. I'm currently in court. Thank you.
Ma'am, your name? Thank you. And Ms. Ness is being assisted by the ASL interpreter. Thank you very much, ma'am. The city attorney says that, ma'am, upon a plea of guilty to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, the balance of your case would be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
You are not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to speak to or to think about this prior to entering your plea today? Okay, has anybody promised you anything other than what we have just spoken about in order to have you enter this plea today? Then as to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty? We'll accept that plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary. Ma'am, is there anything you want to tell me about this? Okay, well, and then when you got pulled over, you were really late, huh? Okay, so don't do this anymore. Please slow down. We're having a lot of people getting hurt because of speeding cases. Your fine is $80. There's 30% surcharge, $20 in court costs, $9 fuel service charge for a total of $139. Ma'am, please go to the court clerk's window in the hall and please drive carefully. Thank you. And ma'am, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. David Payan, please come forward. A moment while I pull up your case. Sir, the city attorney says that we need to get you an interpreter. Hey, yo necesito interpreter as well. So, un momento, por favor. Let's get a date. August 24th, 1:30 or 1 o'clock? 1 o'clock. If you could tell them the date. 24, that's about all I know. De agosto. See? 1 p.m.
Se va a hacer empezar agosto 24 a la 1 de la tarde. Okay. So, nomás pasa la ventanilla para dar notificación. Gracias.
Thank you. I try.
No, you can. Go before.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
You're fine. Thank you.
Okay, Todd Sprague. Todd Sprague.
Yes.
Okay. Sir, I have an indication from the city attorney that upon a plea of guilty to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, the balance of your case would be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
Yes, sir.
He's asking that you do a level 1 traffic school. Is that your understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today?
Yes, sir.
And has anyone promised you anything other than what we've spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter this plea?
No, sir.
Okay. You're appearing electronically by Zoom. Do you consent to proceed in this manner?
I do.
Okay. Then as to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, sir, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, sir.
I'll accept that plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary. Is there anything you want to tell me about this?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Really fast, you need to slow it down. We're having a lot of people getting hurt because of the speed cases, so we don't want that to be you, so please slow it down. Here, your fine will be $120. There's a 30% surcharge, $20 in court costs, $9 fuel service charge, and for a total of $185. And the level 1 traffic class. We'll send you an email how to take care of this, okay? And please
Thank you,
drive
sir.
carefully. Thank you.
Thank-
See who else, we need to get some paperwork. It'll be just a moment, sir. You can hang up, Mr. Sprague. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Jose Chavez?
Yes, sir.
Jose Thank you. Just a moment, let me pull up your case. Sir, I have an indication from the city attorney in your case that upon a plea of guilty to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, the original charge would be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
Yes, sir.
You are not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today?
Yes, sir.
And has anyone promised you anything other than what we have just spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter this plea?
No, sir.
You are appearing electronically by Zoom. Do you consent to proceed in this manner?
Yes, sir.
Then as to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'll accept that plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary. Sounds like there was an accident here. What
That is correct.
happened?
So I was driving into work driving into work. I wasn't speeding or anything. I was going, I would have been about maybe 15 minutes early into work. So that wasn't a concern. I took my eyes to do a mirror check. And by the time I looked back, the vehicle in front of me had slammed on the brakes. I think it was like a domino effect.
Okay,
People in front of them were slamming on the brakes. So, but
was anybody hurt?
not to my knowledge. My insurance is dealing with everything. And as of now, we haven't heard anyone being injured.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, you got to watch it. The good news is you weren't injured, and anything can happen when we're driving these cars. So,
Absolutely. Yeah, I
sir,
was about 2 car lengths behind them. So,
right. Well, your fine is $100. There's some court costs associated associated with this, 30% surcharge, $20 in court costs, $9 fuel service charge for a total of $139.
Perfect.
Double check.
Do I just
me
pay
check
that
that.
online?
So we're going to send you an email how to take care of that. It's actually 159. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Yeah, we'll send you an email how you can take care of that. Please drive carefully.
Very good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye.
Billy Iams. Good afternoon, sir. City attorney says we're going to set it over about 3 weeks because you're making some progress. That's great to hear. Let's get a date in about 3 weeks. September 1st. And we'll bring it back afternoon better for you? Yes. Okay, September 1st at 1. Right back here. Go see the court clerks. They'll give you a slip to remind you. And keep working on it. Yeah, I know you are. That's great to hear. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Victor Montez. Good afternoon, sir. Let me just pull up your case. There we go. Sir, I have an indication from the city attorney in your case that upon a plea of guilty to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, the balance of your case would be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
Yes, Your Honor.
You are not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anybody promise you anything other than what we've just talked about in order to have you enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Then as to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, sir, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
I will accept that plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary. Anything you want to tell me about this?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, well, the word is you have a clear driving record, and so in your case, given the underlying charge, I'll impose a fine of $120. There's a 30% surcharge, $20 court costs, $9 fuel service charge for a total of $185. Sir, please go to the court clerk's window on the way out and they'll make arrangements regarding payment. Thank you, sir. Drive carefully. Kevin Yang.
Yes.
Okay, just a moment. Let me pull up your case, please. Sir, I have an indication from the city attorney that in your case, upon a plea of guilty to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, the balance of your case would be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
The city attorney says that you did have insurance. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. You're not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today?
Yes.
And has anyone promised you anything other than what we have just spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter this plea?
No, sir.
You are proceed in this manner. Sir, Mr. Yang, are you there?
Yes. Sorry, I might be
Okay.
cutting out a little.
That's okay. Thank you. Then as to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, sir, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
We'll accept that plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary. Anything you want to tell me about this?
I was just driving home and I just got off the highway, so I was probably still a little heavy-footed just from getting off the highway, sir.
Okay. Well, slow it down. We're having a lot of people who are getting hurt because of speed cases. And we don't
Mhm.
want that to be you. So your fine is $80. There's 30% surcharge, $20 in court costs, $9 fuel service charge for a total of $133. Sir, please, we'll send you an email how to take care of that. And please drive carefully.
Alrighty, I will.
Thank you. You can log
Thank you.
off.
Alrighty.
Should I just go ahead and call this and give her a new date or?
I think we could just give him a court date,
Yeah.
except he may wanna,
Yeah, that's okay.
almost working on it.
Okay.
And this other thing's gonna take a while. We have lawyer and three Korean-speaking defendants, and they're all on Zoom under Art Walsh, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And there are interpreters in the back of the courtroom.
Oh,
So,
Okay.
It's an easy fix.
okay.
Let me just talk to the system with us and then I'll work on that and then I'll email her.
Oh, let's go back on the record. Erica Sharp. Erica Sharp.
Yes,
It's my understanding you're represented by Mr. Zarlingo.
yes.
We've had some word that Mr. Zarlingo had some health problem yesterday.
Right.
And so we just haven't heard from him. What we're going to do is give you a new court date, and then we'll give that information to Mr. Zarlingo. And if it doesn't work for him, then we'll give everybody a new date, okay?
Okay. Yeah, he was trying to log in. I guess he must be having some problems because he was, I spoke with him prior to my case manager logging
Okay.
in for me. And
Well, we're going to
he
set
said
it
that he
out.
would be logging in, so I
Right.
don't know. But yeah, I was aware of his health problems, but that'll be fine.
Okay. We're going to set it out a couple cycles. So let's get a date. Please write this down, and we'll send you an email confirming this, okay?
Okay. Yeah, I have to call
Well,
the
maybe.
police department to.
So let's go September, late September, mid to late.
Colorado, Kansas.
Okay, 28th or 29th of September, which works for you? He's here both.
28th is fine.
28th of September, we'll do that at 1.
Okay.
Okay, and if we hear that doesn't work with him, we'll let you know right away, okay?
Okay.
Thanks for your patience.
Okay. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
Thank you.
I
Hey, you
told
can
Mel
hang
about
up,
that
ma'am.
intersection. I know they can't do anything about.
Hello, Mr. Zarlingo. Mr. Zarlingo,
Yes.
your client appeared, we gave her a new date, September 28 at 1 o'clock. I think you're already here that day. Will that work?
That's fine. I may have to file a motion to continue. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You just let us know, okay?
Okay. I'm so sorry about the mix up. Thank you.
No, it's fine. You take care.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Bye.
Bye.
Anthony Nava.
I'm here.
Okay, thank you. Sir, how old are you?
17.
You have a parent with you here today?
Yeah, I do.
Hi there.
Hi, thank you. Mr. Nava, the city attorney says upon a plea of guilty to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, the balance of your case would be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
He also feels that it would be appropriate to have an alive at 25 class for you to do. Is that your understanding?
Yeah.
You are not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today?
Yes.
And has anyone promised you anything other than what we've just spoken about in order to have you enter this plea today?
No.
Okay. You're appearing electronically by Zoom. Do you consent to proceed in this manner?
Yes, sir.
And then as to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'll accept that plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary. Ma'am, would this plea be with your consent?
Yes.
Okay. Well, sir, anything you care to tell me about all this?
I was just going home after getting food, but I do understand that speeding is bad.
Yeah, this is like crazy fast. You can't be doing that. We're just having a lot of people getting hurt because of the speed cases. So, and we don't want that to be you. So you really need to slow it down, okay?
Okay.
Your mother would rather be anywhere else on the planet than in front of a judge, even if it is by Zoom. What do you have to say to your mother?
I'm sorry for speeding.
That's a good start. Okay. Here, based on the underlying charge, your fine is $120. There's a 30% surcharge. $20 in court cost, $9 fuel service charge for a total of $185 plus the Alive at 25 seminar. Get it done, okay?
Okay.
We'll send you an email how to take care of this. And remember, this is your stuff to take care of, not mom's, right? So if she helps, you have to pay her back.
No, I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You can log off.
All right.
Hey, our Antonio Scott.
Hello.
Good afternoon, sir. I have an indication from the city attorney that upon a plea of guilty in your case to improper lane use, a 3-point violation, then the balance of the case would be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. You are not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today?
Yes.
And has anyone promised you anything other than what we have just spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter this plea?
No.
You are appearing by Zoom. Can't see you, but presumably you're there. Are you there?
Yes.
Where are you?
Sorry about that.
Oh, there you are. You consent to proceed electronically.
Yes.
Okay, then as to improper lane use, a 3-point violation, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I will accept that plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary. Sounds like you had insurance, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's good news. You're speeding. Anything you want to tell me about that?
I'm not normally a speeder. I was just in a hurry that day and going a little faster than I realized.
And then you got pulled over and you were late anyway, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, you need to slow it down. We're having a lot of people getting hurt because of the speed cases. So I'll ask that you please drive carefully. In your case, your fine will be $120. There's a 30% surcharge. $20 in court costs, $9 fuel service charge for a total of $185. Please slow down and drive carefully. We'll send you an email how to take care of this, and I wish you well.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Mhm. Oh, okay. Okay, council, Mr. Ware, how are we ready to proceed? Mr. Walsh, excuse me, are we ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe the city attorney has made a plea agreement, which we're willing to accept. And I have discussed it at some length with the interpreter and with my clients who speak Burmese. And for the record, Your Honor, I've given Mr. Yet, who will be entering a plea to 1 count of standards of conduct. And I've given a complete Rule 11 advisement, so the court didn't have to go through it again with an interpreter.
I appreciate that.
So
Thank you, Your Honor.
So she knew me there, Camaro, Camamu, the Amu Cobo, and the Melahoke copy the Avi, General to go through Bamazagapio, Bamazagapio, it's a Gabiane, through a Rule 11 look or a Yaba Kunekono, there's a Papia Pita Babi.
So to Mr. Kuyi Jaryet,
So Mr. K. Jayet go come.
it's my understanding you will be entering a plea of guilty to standards of conduct.
So era Janala Kamyadi, a cool low tone low need the crew go, Makai Nibu Sorehagu, a Pishe low one kame so Reginale Tare.
Okay.
Yes.
We will impose a fine and suspend most of that fine as long as you comply with license compliance and cooperate with inspections.
So era Kamya would Danji below the Satamame, Piro Danji Male Amyai general shopping me, Dabakamaka Balo amnes licensing and Linayame, the through Cecilia Luri Nepubambras Amyame.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Then how do you plead as to standards of conduct? Guilty or not guilty?
The Kamya Kamime could not be a local Luni Makai Nibu, so that they are switched to Kamya Blue people, a Pishu one Kamala, a Pimishu Lunyamla.
She they low come.
I plead guilty.
I'll accept that plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary. Counsel, anything additional?
Your Honor, I want the court to just have a little idea of what happened here. My clients purchased this a business, a spa massage business. Previous owners hadn't cleared a lot of material out, and there was like washing machines in the alley, and it was not in tidy shape. It since is, but that was what triggered it. Then they had one woman working there who had passed the course to get her license, but not the exam. And she had taken it a couple times, and Your Honor, in all candor, I believe it was because of language that she had trouble passing it. But she understands that she can't work there until she qualifies and gets her license and passes the test.
So Gambi, Kunakamia appear would be a ship, appear she go, go the Bokusana, go these periods to be at the young at Lecane. So she knew Kamia Babios, as she did a hook at no Shimpia Chamare. The case at the general mood there, the CY a make the CYU to Great Haraba. She tabiro them a jean by Shingani, a column machine, Lama, she wish was that you are column Jangira Lam de Picare. A Jama who detail good up your Pitawa. Column a pimichin, like the Mayamachin, the Lolumia, Legend of your Hawaii.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Yet, anything you care to tell me?
So Mr. Yago, you know about your generation delay?
Bamaro Michelle.
No, Your Honor.
I will impose a fine of $750. I will suspend 500 of that on condition that you comply with licensing requirements and cooperate with inspections.
ကောင်းပြီဆိုတန်ချင်းငွေဒေါ်လာ950ချမယ်ဒါပေမဲ့အဲ့950တဲ့ကျွန်တော်ဒေါ်လာ900ကိုကျွန်တော်ပြန်ပြီးတော့ short ပေးမယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ခင်ဗျားဘက်ကနေ license အတွက်လိုအပ်တဲ့လိုအပ်ချက်တွေလိုက်လုပ်ရမယ်စစ်ဆေးချက်တွေနဲ့ပူးပေါင်းဆောင်ရွက်ရမယ် yes
Okay. Thank you. We'll send an email confirming that, council. And then as to Lemmy Yawashete, that matter will be dismissed pursuant to the city attorney agreement. And Ja Bach, that matter would be dismissed.
ဆိုကောင်းပြီကျွန်တော်လိုအပ်တဲ့ဒီအမိန့်စာကိုခင်ဗျားပြည်နေရှုပို့လိုက်မယ်အဲ့ပြီးတဲ့အခါမှာဒီအမှုကပြီးသွားပြီလာမေးရဲ့အမှုနဲ့ဂျာဘော့ရဲ့အမှုတွေအကုန်လုံးပိတ်ပေးလိုက်မယ် Thank you yes
Your Honor, can I go into a brief breakout room with my clients? I want to just make sure they understand the suspended sentence and the consequences if they don't comply with what you've stated.
Thank you. Yes, we'll try and accommodate that. I think we can.
Thank you, Your Honor.
My assistant's nodding yes, so we'll do that.
တို့သူနဲ့တို့နောက်တစ်ခါပို့ပေးပါဦးနဲ့ကျွန်တော်ရှင်းပြခြင်းတည်တယ်သူတို့ဆိုပြီးအမှ join ဆိုတဲ့ဟာကို join လိုက်ပါ
And you need to join the breakout room, Mr. Walsh. Push the button to join the breakout room. Ma'am, can you tell him that? Okay.
ကိုဟွာတို့ရေအဲ့သူတို့အခန်းတစ်ခန်းနဲ့ကိုတီးတန့်ပို့ပေးမယ်အဲ့ join ဆိုတဲ့ဟာကို join လိုက်ပါ screen ပေါ်မှာ join ဆိုတာပေါ်လာရင်အဲ့တော့နှိပ်လိုက်ပါတီးတန့်အခန်းနဲ့ကိုသူတို့ပို့ပေးမယ်တဲ့
မတွေ့ဘူးရော
Yeah we don't see that button
Just a moment.
Can you resend yes thank you ခဏလေးတဲ့သူတို့ထပ်ပြီးတော့ပို့လိုက်ပဲအခန်းတစ်ထဲကို
They the only
join
ones in
something.
Zoom right now? They're the only ones in Zoom right now? Okay, that's, so council, they're having a little trouble navigating, so I'm gonna step out of the courtroom so you all can just talk. And I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
ကိစ္စမရှိကျမတို့သေးတဲ့အခန်းနဲ့ပို့လို့မရတော့တရားသူကြီးကဒီအခန်းထဲနေထွက်ပြီးမယ်တဲ့ဆိုတရားဒီဘက်ကိုပြန်လာပြီးတော့မှစကားပြောမယ်
They went in there.
I don't see the join button now. Oh, got it. Thank you. Got it. It took me back to the main session again.
you. I can, or the city attorney. whatever you
Oh, the
want.
city, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon.
Find the laptop. So we could- What time is it supposed to start? 2:30. Sir,
Felix, that'd be magnificent.
I have someone to interpret for it.
I thought you said there were like 5 people left.
No.
Everyone needs a work spouse.
I do
Well,
have work
apparently Adam has
spouses.
like,
I have like 9 work spouses.
Yeah, that's,
but yeah, so
that was just me.
Adam definitely catch up on that, so hopefully, I know she will appear,
Okay.
but we don't know about this.
Well, I was rushing, so.
There's someone, oh, you're still, sorry.
I have a
Yeah, I didn't even.
kill that and I'll be like that.
Michelle Hashkins. Michelle Hashkins.
Hello. Yeah,
Okay,
it's me.
Mitchell, sorry about that. Sir, I have an indication from the city attorney that upon a plea of guilty to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, the balance of your case would be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
Yes, sir.
You are not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today?
Yes, sir.
And has anyone promised you anything other than what we've just spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter this plea?
No, sir.
Excuse me. Then as to defective vehicle, 2 points, sir, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
We'll accept that plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, allergies. Anything you want to tell me about this?
No, sir. I just was I was not from around here and I got lost using the GPX and I wasn't paying attention to my speed.
Okay. Well, your fine's gonna be $80. There's 30% surcharge, $20 court costs, $9 fuel service charge for a total of $133. Sir, we'll send you an email how to take care of that, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Please drive carefully.
Okay. Thank you.
You can hang up.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Reyes Jasso,
Yes.
just a moment. Let me pull up your case. City attorney says upon a plea of guilty, defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, the balance of your case would be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
Yes, Your Honor.
You are not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today?
Yes, Your Honor.
And has anyone promised you anything other than what we've just spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, I will accept your plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary. You're appearing by Zoom. Do you consent to proceed in this manner?
Yes.
Okay, then as to defective vehicle, 2 points. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
We'll accept your plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary. Anything you want to tell me about this?
No, Your Honor, just that I was driving my wife's truck and I'm not too familiar with that, and it's a sports truck, so I was going a little too fast for the
Okay.
speed.
Well, I will impose a fine of $80. There's a 30% surcharge, $20 in court costs, $9 fuel service charge for a total of, just a moment, $133. Please drive carefully, slow it down. We're having a lot of people get hurt because of speed cases.
Yes, I understand, and I will, Your Honor.
Thank you. We'll send you an email how to take care of this. So you can log off. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Reminiscent of her attitude.
let's call Ruben Orozco. Just have a seat here.
Yeah.
Mr. Orozco, it's my understanding you'll be entering a plea of guilty to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, and you'll be completing an Alive at 25 class. Is that correct?
Señor Orozco, llevo entendido que te vas a declarar culpable a una infracción de manejando un vehículo defectuoso, una infracción que carga 2 puntos y que vas a tomar la clase Alive at 25. ¿Así es?
Sí.
Yes.
And we're going to keep restitution, money that might be owed because of damages, for 90 days.
Y vamos a mantener abierto la restitución, y esto es dineros que pueden estar debidos por 90 días.
¿Me podría explicar eso un poquito mejor? Disculpe, soy la mamá de Rubén Orozco.
Sorry, could you explain what that is a little bit? I'm not clear on what that means.
It sounds like there was an accident here.
Parece que había un accidente aquí, señora.
And
Sí.
if there were damages that were not covered by insurance,
Y si han habido daños que no fueron cubiertos por el seguro de automóvil,
the person whose car was damaged can request reimbursement.
la persona en la cual que le dañaron el carro, que tuvo el carro dañado, puede solicitar un reembolso.
Oh, sí, sí.
Okay, I understand.
Okay. Then, ma'am, is this plea with your consent?
Señora, ¿esta declaración de su hijo lo está haciendo con su consentimiento?
Sí.
Yes.
Then as to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, Ruben, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Entonces, Rubén, en la infracción de manejar un vehículo defectuoso, una infracción que carga 2 puntos, ¿cómo se declara? ¿Culpable o no culpable?
Culpable.
Guilty.
I will accept that plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary. Since there was an accident, your fine is $100, or you need to complete the Alive at 25 class.
Bueno, entonces yo aceptaré su declaración culpable y lo hago viendo que lo haces de una manera consciente y voluntariamente, rechazando sus derechos. La multa va a ser $100 y vas a tener que tomar la clase Alive at 25.
There are some court fees associated with that.
También hay unos costos de tribunal que se ha asociado con eso.
30% surcharge,
30% de los sobrecargos,
$20 court costs, $9 fuel service charge, for a total of $159.
y entonces van a ser los $20 de costos de tribunal, 30% de sobrecargos y $9 de costos de petrol, por un total de $159.
Okay.
So, Ruben, this is your fine and your class to take, not your mom's.
Rubén, esta es tu multa y es la clase tuya que tienes que tomar, no pertenece a su mamá.
So
Okay.
what do you have to say to your mother?
Entonces hay algo que le tienes que decir a tu mamá.
Perdón.
Sorry.
That's a good start.
Eso es un buen comienzo.
Thank you. We'll send you an email how to take care of this.
Muchas gracias. Le vamos a mandar un correo electrónico con cómo puedes pagar esta multa.
Please drive carefully.
Y por favor, maneje con cuidado. Nos estamos despidiendo. Buen día.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Igual.
Thank you. How fortuitous that you were here. You can hang up. Thanks. Okay.
What happens if we make this bigger? Oh, no. Oh.
We are on the record, Zachariah Jenkins. Are you there, Mr. Jenkins?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, and are you there with your mother?
Yes.
And ma'am, your name?
Risa Jenkins.
Thank you. I have a note from the city attorney that he's asking to set this over for a pretrial conference and that he thinks it would be a good idea for a guardian ad litem to be appointed. That's an attorney appointed by the court to kind of be there, the court's eyes and ears, because I don't get in my car and drive out to your house and see what's going on. That's what this person will help with. And they're very knowledgeable about resources in the community. So I think that's a good idea. I will appoint a guardian ad litem in this case. We're going to set this over a bit and get updated information from the link. Our next court date will be September 1st at 1:15.
Is that virtual or in person, sir?
You can appear virtually. That's fine. It's a good question. How's it going?
It's going.
It's going. I mean, any better than when we were, this all started?
As in 3 years ago, or as in the case started?
As in this case.
Not much improvement. I've been a little more better at the home, but
Good.
not much improvement with the.
And mom's kind of nodding with that. She agrees? Okay. Well, life's not a straight line. And sometimes things improving a little bit, when you build on top of that and improve it a little bit more, it gets better. And what I can tell you is things do get better. So keep working on it, okay, Zachariah?
Okay.
Okay. We'll see everybody back on September 1st at 1:15. And you should expect a call from Ms. McGinn, who is the attorney we're appointing as guardian ad litem. Okay?
Okay.
We'll send you an email confirming this and it'll have her name in it, okay?
Okay. Is there any way we could get some rehab help or?
So the city court doesn't have that, but we do know resources that may be able to use. How old are you, Zachariah?
13.
Yeah, there's resources out there. We'll be looking for those, okay?
Okay.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge Bowen.
I wish you well.
Thanks.
Nick, can you get Felix? Where'd Felix go?
You can log off. We'll send you an email about this, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Is-
Chris, yeah.
Okay. No, I don't know. According to Chris, what?
According to Krista, the trial guy called and said he was going to be 20 to 30 minutes late.
Oh. Okay, we'll wait a couple minutes, but. Okay. Okay. Let me make a couple notes here. Okay. Edgar Martinez. Please come forward to the podium. Your name, please. Okay, and ma'am, your name? Thank you. Are you mom?
Yes.
Sir, I have an indication that upon completion of an Alive at 25 seminar, along with a 300-word essay about what you learned with that, 8 hours of community service at any nonprofit, and no further violations, then this case would be dismissed. Is that your understanding? This is a great opportunity to take advantage of this. Ma'am, is this agreement with your consent?
Yes.
Okay, so let's set it over for a review on this. Get a date. September 21st at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Do you have an idea where you might do your community service? Yes. Okay, we're going to have this at 1 p.m., not 3 p.m. Okay. Do you have an idea where you might do your community service, the church or food bank or something like that? Okay, great. We'll see you back on September 21st at 1. Okay, thank you. Go out to the court clerk's window. We'll have some paperwork for you there. Okay. Mr. Jenkins, did you have a question?
No, Your Honor, we're supposed to have a 3 o'clock hearing, I believe.
Okay. So is your name also Zachariah Johnson?
Zechariah is my son. I'm Brian
Okay.
Jenkins.
Okay, thank you. Sir, we weren't aware you were showing up. His mother was here with him. We have reset that to September 1st at 1:15. And we've appointed what's called a guardian ad litem. That's an attorney who is appointed to help with things, basically be the court's eyes and ears. I can't get in my car. I could, but I don't. Get in my car and go out to the house and see what's going on.
Right.
That's what they'll do. And they're very knowledgeable about resources in the community. And it sounds like there are some issues, and it sounds like you might be aware of that. And so, sir, we'll see you back at that date and time. And you should expect to perhaps hear from Ms. McGann. She's the guardian ad litem we've appointed. So if you haven't already, we have your email address. You'll get a notice of this email, and you should expect to hear from her. I'm sure she'll be interested in what you have to say about it. Okay.
Okay, and can you give me, you said September 1st?
Yes, September 1st at 1:15, and you can appear by Zoom.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see. Our trial was set at 2:30. It's now 3:02. Does the city have a preference? It sounds like the court has received a phone call from the defendant, but that's not really how it works. I do know we've had witnesses present.
Actually, we have two animal control officers here and also here. So I don't actually have a good feeling how long to wait. Only at 2:40, but the defendant said 20 to 30 minutes.
Well, it's 3 minutes after 3. The matter was set at 2:30. Defendant fails to appear. I'm going to issue a warrant for the defendant and thank everyone for appearing today. We'll let you know if this case is going to proceed on another date. Thank you for your patience with us. I have issued a warrant.
Asking what's going to happen with the dogs. To be honest with you, I'm very scared.
I don't know, was that dog impounded? Okay, the animal control people are here, and I suggest that you speak to them about that. That's not a good thing. It's not acceptable. Make sure animal control knows about it. Thank you. Felix, thank you. How fortuitous that you were here. How fortuitous that you were here.
Yeah.
We got those done. So thanks so much.
You know, actually, we have that problem a lot. If and I can see we don't have an interpreter where it's like when there's like 3 juvies, but sometimes if there's like 6 to 10, we're gonna have that problem with at least 2 or 3 parents. It won't be a bad idea.
So starting in the end of September, we're changing the juvenile. That's it.
Okay, so I think I just entered that wrong case.
You entered down the wrong thing?
Yeah, I did. So now I'm gonna copy that. I'm going to delete that. I'm gonna call the correct case.
Yes.
Correcting it as we speak. Sorry, I was testing her. It was a test. Okay, I will be in the world headquarters. I think we did them. One was early. Oh, Tovar Contreras. Yeah, I guess we'll wait a minute on that. Okay, now it's in the correct case. I'm gonna start working on my so-called warrants. Hmm.
The witness leave?
I already lost one of my witnesses, so it's gonna have to get rescheduled.
Your witness is right there.
No, I lost
Oh, the officer?
at McSherry. One of my witnesses who I need, because I let her go.
Yeah, we're not, you're good.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. We'll see you in a few weeks. My mom's back. Thank you.
He wants to reset the trial, but he also has told me he has a witness who can't be here because of COVID.
Thank you. Adam Darnell, this is EM 2745. Matter was set for trial on today's date at 2:30. Well, you need to move us up on your priority list. Had witnesses here, officers here. You know, this is a problem. So we're going to reset your trial. I issued a bench warrant for you. I'll vacate that bench warrant. But you need to move us up on the priority list and get here. Let's see if we can find a date. Please, my assistant needs to check. Be a couple minutes. Right.
Yeah. September 21st.
September 21st at 2:30. 2:30. And sir, apparently you have a witness who's not well. Is that correct? Okay, well, she can't come to court with COVID, so hopefully she'll be feeling better. And then let's see, I'm vacating the warrant and the related fees to the warrant. Reset to September 21 at 2:30 for trial. Sir, if you do speak with the city attorney, change your mind, want to do something else, want to talk about a disposition, get a hold of them, let us know so we don't pull everybody in for a trial we're not going to do, right? Okay. Go out to the court clerk's window. They'll have a sheet with you that says all this, okay? Thank you.
The defendant's 14. I think his dad just said like straighten the car out in the driveway and he backed into the
Oh,
neighbor's car.
got it.
So,
Okay, Leobardo Tovar Contreras. Sir, your name?
What was that?
What is your name?
Leobardo Tovar Contreras.
Thank you. And your name, sir?
Leobardo
Two? Like two or just,
Leobardo 1 and Leobardo 2.
okay. Same middle name? Oh, man, okay. So it's my understanding that the city attorney says upon a plea of guilty to unsafe backing, which will be 2 points, then the balance of the case would be dismissed. The matter's set over for restitution for 91 days. So I'm ordering restitution, but we don't know an amount. So if we get an amount, we'll tell you what it is. If you agree with it, great, let us know. If you disagree with it, we'll have a hearing and we'll come in and we'll decide what the amount should be, okay? Sir, is this with your consent? Okay. Then as to unsafe backing, a 2-point violation, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty? Okay, I'll accept that plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary. Now, I know your dad would rather be anywhere else on the planet than standing in a courtroom with you because of your driving. Anything you want to tell me about this or tell him? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay, that's a good start. Okay, was there a lot of damage or just a little? Okay, okay. Well, till you get a permit and have a licensed driver with you, you can't be driving. You can't drive once in a while if you really need to, something like that. Your fine, it's gonna be $60. There's some court costs associated with this, 30% surcharge, $20 in court costs, $9 fuel service charge for a total of 107. And that's your 107, not his 107. Right? So if he helps you out, you gotta pay him back. Okay. There you go. Thank you.
Probably was my father was asking me to clean up the truck.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of dad's fault.
Oh, man. What do you have to say to him? He'd rather not be here.
I was kind of tired. That's my work. So
Okay. We just need to look out for each other, right? Okay. Go to the court clerk's window in the hallway. We'll have some paperwork for you here today. Thank you.
Can you send that one?
Sure. Oh. Is it the 11th?
We're done, right?
We are now.
All the JVs.
Yeah.
You know, if that case isn't like you could picture any
Oh.
dad and any kid.
Yeah.
The same exact scenario.
My dad used to 32nd New York home to it someday. And within a month, and he cut his thumb horribly. I had to drive him to the hospital. So I get it. Okay.
I'll get this in the system. All right. No, because it's dismissal.
Oh, that's sweet. Just for you.